suyas. Cuídelas y protéjalas. Las actuaciones estelares de María Mano en el papel de la encargada de la troqueladora. Miguel Grande en el papel de gerente de producción. Juan Índice como el encargado de mantenimiento.
Pero María, estás temblando mucho.
Tú también temblarías si hubieras pasado por lo que yo acabo de pasar.
Eres una operadora con experiencia, María. No deberías correr riesgos en tu troqueladora.
No fui yo. Fue el nuevo operador a quien estoy entrenando.
Dinos, ¿qué fue lo que sucedió, María?
Estaba trabajando en la troqueladora con el alimentador automático y el material no pasaba. Entonces el nuevo operador saltó sobre la barrera de protección para empujarlo. Quité su brazo justo a tiempo. Unos centímetros más y habría sufrido un serio accidente.
Tienes toda la razón para estar nerviosa.
Ninguna protección es absolutamente segura. El entrenamiento y el sentido común son importantes. Como todas las protecciones, una barra fija está diseñada para proteger al operador. Probablemente este es el método más sencillo y más comúnmente usado para las troqueladoras. Aquí tenemos una barrera de protección fija en una troqueladora con alimentador de cinta. Si no se requiere el acceso al área de los dados como parte de la operación, uno de los primeros sistemas a considerarse es la barrera de protección fija. Esta troqueladora tiene un dispositivo que consiste en un seguro de pedal cubierto. La prensa no puede ser operada accidentalmente por algún objeto que caiga en el pedal. Las barras verticales de la barrera de protección están lo suficientemente juntas para evitar que el operador pase la mano entre ellas y quede en la zona de peligro, como nos lo muestra. La barrera de protección de barras verticales sitúa al operador fuera de la zona de peligro. La prensa es completamente automática en su operación. El alimentador automático es otra zona de peligro y por consecuencia está cubierto por una resistente malla. Una operación automática de troquelado como esta evita que el operador coloque sus manos cerca de la zona de peligro. Inclusive los materiales de desecho son cortados y eliminados automáticamente. Esta enorme troqueladora opera en forma automática. Corta, forma e imprime tableros para autos. El operador está protegido por las barras verticales y por otra barrera de seguridad de acrílico colocada frente a la zona de trabajo, permitiéndole una visibilidad clara. El tablero de control de la prensa se encuentra fuera de la zona de peligro y permite al operador controlar la operación de la máquina. Si la iluminación no es adecuada, como en este caso, la luz se reflejará en la barrera de acrílico, haciendo difícil la visibilidad al operador. Una iluminación apropiada es vital. Las protecciones transparentes proporcionan una visión excelente dentro del área de troqueles, pero deben ser resistentes y a prueba de fuego. Un buen diseño puede mejorar las condiciones de seguridad. En este caso, los ingenieros amortiguaron el ruido producido por un sistema de escape, reduciendo el nivel de decibeles a promedios aceptables.
María, todo lo relacionado con troqueles y medidas de seguridad está diseñado considerando el tipo de operación que harán.
Así es, Juan. Algunos procesos requieren que el operador tenga un acceso constante al área de troqueles. Y como la barrera de protección les impediría que lo hicieran,
Se usa una compuerta, pero básicamente es una barrera de protección. No obstante, permite que el operador tenga acceso al área de troqueles.
Sí, pero aún así debe dar el servicio de una barrera de protección fija, con un aditamento extra de seguridad.
Exacto, María. Como la compuerta de seguridad permite el acceso, se requiere de un mecanismo que evite que el ariete se accione mientras que la compuerta esté abierta. Cuando la compuerta de acrílico de la barrera de protección se encuentra abierta, este operador tiene la protección adicional de una herramienta de mano para quitar el desperdicio del área de troqueles. En cada cambio de troqueles y a intervalos regulares debe verificarse que la compuerta esté trabajando correctamente. En algunas ocasiones, el operador tiene que colocar sus manos en el área de troqueles para manejar el material.
Entendido. Pero, ¿qué puedes decirme de los retiradores? Ellos le permiten al operador un acceso seguro al área de troqueles.
Los retiradores hacen que el operador quite sus manos de la zona de peligro y en caso de no hacerlo, ellos lo harán por él.
Esta operadora, además de contar con el mecanismo de tirantes, cuenta con la protección de controles a dos manos. Notarán que los lados de la prensa están cubiertos con barras fijas de protección. Los tirantes están unidos al ariete de la prensa por una varilla, y los cables pasan sobre la leva y las poleas hacia las muñequeras de la operadora. Al iniciarse el descenso del ariete, las manos de la operadora son retiradas de la zona de peligro antes de que éste baje por completo. Revisar el ajuste correcto de los tirantes es responsabilidad del supervisor, así como la colocación de las muñequeras a cada operador. Las muñequeras deben ser usadas sobre la piel, no sobre los guantes. En esta forma, si llegara a ser atrapado, el operador podrá sacar las manos de los guantes. Los cables estarán permanentemente unidos a las muñequeras. En este caso, los sujetadores de las muñequeras están soldados. El supervisor y el operador tienen la responsabilidad de verificar la colocación correcta. La longitud del cable debe ajustarse a cada operador. El programa de seguridad debe ser llevado a cabo y anotar todas las revisiones en una bitácora. El ingenio también puede ser un factor de seguridad. La ingeniería puede diseñar troqueles que protejan al operador.
Sí, claro. Podrían diseñarse de manera que el operador jamás tenga que colocar sus manos en la zona de peligro de la prensa.
Esto significa estudiar de cerca el producto desde un punto de vista de seguridad.
Esto es lo que se ha hecho en este caso. La ingeniería estudia el producto cuidadosamente y diseña un troquel seguro para cada producto con el cual el operador nunca coloque sus manos en la zona de peligro. Veamos este troquel. Tiene un arreglo simple y efectivo para ayudar al operador. Aquí cuenta con la medida adicional de seguridad del control con ambas manos.
Otro método para mantener las manos del operador fuera de la zona de peligro es el uso de herramientas de mano.
Esta herramienta magnética es usada por el operador para insertar y retirar la pieza del área de troqueles. Se proporciona protección por medio de controles con 2 manos. De esta manera siempre quedarán fuera de la zona de peligro de la prensa. En muchos casos, el operador tiene la opción de escoger herramientas como pinzas o tenazas para efectuar el mismo trabajo que con la herramienta de mano con cabeza magnética. Estas herramientas no son una protección, sino un accesorio de protección. La variedad de herramientas de mano es muy extensa. Diseñadas para cada caso, permiten que el operador escoja las más adecuadas.
Los controles con 2 manos no parecen ser una protección.
Sin embargo, lo son. Sus manos no pueden estar en la zona de peligro si están ocupadas en los botones de control.
El operador de esta prensa está usando un dispositivo de succión para separar y levantar las hojas de metal. El control de accionamiento con 2 manos está arriba de los troqueles. Otro método de controles con 2 manos es colocar el sistema sobre un pedestal.
El método más moderno de seguridad es la protección al operador por medio de sensores electrónicos.
El sensor electrónico es esencialmente un método en el cual se establece una barrera electrónica enfrente de la zona de peligro de la prensa.
Y si esta barrera electrónica se interrumpe por la mano del operador o por su cuerpo, la prensa se detiene automáticamente.
Se debe usar protecciones para los oídos y los ojos en esta planta.
Estas troqueladoras están protegidas por un campo electromagnético localizado en las bobinas que se encuentran frente al área de troqueles. Este tablero controla la acción de la prensa y los sensores electrónicos protegen al operador con un campo magnético. Estas máquinas producen un alto nivel de ruido y es esencial la protección del oído del operador. Esta prensa trabaja a una velocidad de 300 a 800 golpes por minuto. Si el operador interrumpe el campo magnético con cualquier parte de su cuerpo, la prensa se detiene automáticamente, incluso a medio ciclo. Este es un control de fallas a tierra que inmediatamente detiene la prensa cuando una falla ocurre. Y este interruptor es una medida de seguridad al retirarse la barrera de protección para el cambio de troqueles. Por la vibración de la prensa, el uso de un indicador de presión de aceite claramente muestra la presión del aire durante la operación. Observen el silenciador del escape que ayuda a reducir el factor de ruido. La seguridad comienza desde el diseño. Es aquí donde los procedimientos para la protección del personal de la planta son detallados.
Ajustar todos estos detalles. Haremos algunos ajustes más. Lo que quiero es quitar esta formación, llevármela fuera de aquí. Vamos a girarla y reducirla de tamaño para colocarla aquí, en esta otra área. Entonces cambiaremos todo hacia acá y habrá una disminución de 13 centímetros desde aquí.
La seguridad cubre cualquier parte del proceso de manufactura. El almacenaje adecuado de troqueles no solo facilita la fluidez y velocidad del proceso, también evita que los troqueles resulten dañados y queden lejos del área de trabajo. El programa de inspección, el mantenimiento apropiado y la reparación de los troqueles son factores de seguridad muy importantes. El entrenamiento, mantenimiento reparación de máquinas y sistemas de seguridad son recompensados con la disminución de lesiones y otros incidentes que producen pérdidas. Si usted cuida a su personal, tendrá mejor cuidado de su negocio. Personal, entrenamiento, ingeniería, mantenimiento, producción y administración.
Hola. Hi, I'm Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks lunchtime streaming show where we watch old 16mm films. And we start off with a film that I recently discovered. It didn't have a can. It was taped on the outside that said punch press. And so we scanned it last night, and I don't know if you noticed the amazing leader lady at the beginning, or leader ladies at the beginning, but also how very strange this film was. And it's also in Spanish. So that's why we started off with that. Let's see, what are we going to watch today? I'm pre-recording again because we are moving stuff, and I'm not going to be able to guarantee that I'll be at a place where I can stream from reliably, that won't be noisy. So we're just doing it this way. So the next film we're going to watch is going to be Invisible Walls, and I showed this about 4 or 5 years ago, but it's so great. It's a wonderful sociological experiment where we test, or the main people test, personal boundaries as far as physical boundaries. Fascinating. Then we're going to watch Rod Serling make a mortgage payment with the film Patterns of Time, where he narrates a film about hardwood veneers. Then we are going to go, so that first film was a Canadian film, the one which is called Yours to Keep and to Protect. This next film is also a Canadian film, and this one is off the rails. This one has singing, dancing, animation, some people in costumes, maybe some puppets, I don't know, and auto harp. So this is probably was made for Canadian educational television, and certainly was distributed in the United States. But yeah, this one has lots of songs in it, lots of toe tappers, maybe, question mark. And it's called You Bring Your Lunch and I'll Bring Mine. And it's part of a series of, which I can't remember the name of the series. It's someone's name, a woman's name. So anyways, it is folksy, a little hippy dippy, and just whacked out. So I figured you guys would dig this. Thanks for watching today. We are moving films back into the archive, and that's why we are recording the show. Anyways, if you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. You can also support us by using the super thanks button. That cash will go towards buying us bottled water because it's so hot outside. Also, you can donate coffee via the ko-fi.com/avgeeks or patreon.com/avgeeks. Those are great ways to support us as well. But I will see you live sometime this week. I don't know when it's going to be. It might not be tomorrow either. We'll just kind of see how the weather and logistics go. But please know that I enjoy you watching, and I appreciate you guys and your comments and your eyeballs. And we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody take care. Bye.
Social interaction within a society is made possible through the expectations its members have about each other. Thus, only a bore gives us a medical report when asked, "How are you?" Much of our shared behavior makes little sense in itself. Today, there is no reason why grasping the right hand should indicate greeting. And green for go has no intrinsic meaning. However, life in America is made easier because everyone responds the same way to these arbitrary actions. As a child grows up, he learns a series of behavior patterns unique to his culture. These patterns both identify him as a member of this culture and allow him to interact easily with his neighbors. Every successful member of a society is aware of the meaning of a large number of gestures and facial expressions. Many of us could construct a dictionary of nonverbal communication. We are thus able to convey a wide range of attitudes by the way we use our bodies and our features. Just as we express ourselves with our bodies, we also communicate with the space around us. Everyone learns to consider a distinct area surrounding him as his own. This area, known as personal space, differs from culture to culture. In the United States, we mentally encase ourselves within an invisible wall that we build about 18 inches from our bodies. Although few of us are aware of this wall, in most instances we feel uneasy when it is breached.
Yeah, you like this very much. Would you say that this is as fancy or as nice as Topanga Plaza?
Well, it's a little different at Topanga Plaza, but they're both nice places.
Yeah.
I shop in both.
How about Century City? Do you think that's a fancier place than this place is?
Well, it's a new, yeah, it has...
In the sequence that you are seeing, our actor is violating the personal space of an unsuspecting subject. Notice that as the actor continues to breach his invisible wall, the subject becomes more and more uncomfortable. However, rather than make a verbal protest, he expresses his displeasure with his body. As is usually the case, the subject is not completely aware of the vocabulary he employs. Still, his use of body communication is quite expressive.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Yeah.
Our actors randomly stopped unsuspecting people. Then they advanced into their personal space while pretending to conduct a consumer preference survey. We were concerned only with the subject's reaction to the actor's aggression, and not with how people react to different types of people or different settings. Our actors, therefore, adhered to conventional modes of dress and grooming. The camera was hidden, and all sequences were shot in similar shopping centers. Everything was planned so that the subjects would react in the most unaffected manner possible to the advances of our actors. It turns out that most people have similar reactions to violations of their personal space. Our subjects reacted with a pattern of body stances and retreats, eye aversions, and limb movements. When initially stopped by the actor, most subjects immediately adopted a stance. Many, like the woman you are watching, stood facing their accoster. As the actor began bearing down on the subjects who faced him, they all averted their eyes, then shifted their weight or began to fidget. They were being forced to choose between retreating or standing firm, and the choice made them nervous. Some chose to stand firm, but leaned away from their accoster. Others also held firm, but positioned their arms in front of them. They touched their faces, crossed their arms, or put their hands on their hips. A few stepped into the one-arm thrust-out position that you are watching. Their guard now established, most subjects once again looked the actor in the eye. Of course, many subjects did not hold their ground, but chose instead to retreat. Often, as they stepped back from the actor, they tried to recapture his glance. Generally, they tried again to stand firm. On the other hand, those subjects who originally stood firm eventually began to retreat. For example, this woman repeatedly assumed a stance, averted her eyes, stepped back, caught the actor's glance, and then resumed her stance. Thus, each subject who faced the actor displayed some variation of a basic stance, retreat, stance pattern of reaction to violations of their personal space. Some subjects did not initially face the actor. A few of them were never able to set their bodies firmly. They started to retreat even before he began his advance. The other subjects who did not initially meet the actor head-on, over half the men and a few women, assumed a stance with one shoulder pointed toward the actor. When he began to violate their personal space, these subjects stood very firm. They rarely used their arms or leaned away from the actor. In fact, they often allowed him to brush right against their sides. However, from the beginning of the interview, they kept their eyes averted and refused to face the actor directly. Eventually, almost everyone who stood with one shoulder toward the actor began to fidget, retreated a little, and then reestablished his stance. Thus, the facing the actor reaction and the shoulder to the actor reaction are most likely two variants of the same pattern. This pattern of body movements enables the subject to escape an unpleasant situation while subtly expressing his displeasure. The girl you are watching can deny being impolite if she is challenged, for she has not verbally stated her annoyance. Men and women respond differently to violations of their personal space. Our women subjects reacted the same way to both the actor and actress. The majority of them faced their accoster, quickly retreated, and then tried to regain eye contact. In responding to the actor, men normally turned one shoulder toward him and then held their ground. While they were able to stand much firmer than women, they preferred not to look their accoster in the eye and usually tried to avoid directly facing him. However, when men were accosted by our actress, they reacted nearly the same way that the women did. Companions of the subjects reacted in at least two different ways as their friends were accosted. They either watched with a disinterested air, or they showed a fair amount of concern. Sometimes we do not object when our personal space is violated. For example, in the United States, the customs of some amusements, the infirmities of age, or the requirements of some occupations will all cause us to let others breach our invisible walls. People are not born encased in invisible walls. Thus, children in the United States will usually get closer to each other than will typical American adults. They will also touch more people and will permit a greater amount of physical contact than their parents will. In fact, adults respond to this by touching children more than they touch each other. Since children develop by emulating the adults of their culture, it is these adults who often unwittingly teach them their notions about correct personal space. This is why attitudes about personal space differ from culture to culture. Compared to people living in crowded countries, Americans are quite physically aloof. This may mean that as our population continues to increase, our present amount of personal space will become a luxury few of us can afford. Either we must face the prospect of enduring constant trespass of our personal territory, or we can learn to enjoy physical closeness.
For centuries, man has made the conquest of the universe the focus of his aspirations. At last, he has begun to achieve his dreams and explore what awaits him beyond the familiarity of his own planet. It is a limitless dream. But from what we now know, the new terrains will be similar in appearance to our great deserts. Even today, as man explores the regions of space, he returns to find security, comfort, and beauty in the luxury of his own environment. It is an environment of natural abundance, which man has been able to mold to his own image and needs. My name is Rod Serling. As a writer, I'm particularly sensitive to contrasts and contradictions in human behavior. Occasionally, I wonder what it is that drives man to leave the extraordinary beauty of this earth for a journey toward some distant and desolate planet. But of course, the answer is obvious. The desire for knowledge and adventure is insatiable. But as the space explorer must leave home, so too he must return. And when he does, his experience has taught him to appreciate what he has left behind. What he has left behind, among other wonders of nature, is something that has been an important and meaningful part of his life since childhood: the forest. Since the beginning of history, forests have played an essential part in the development of man. They have sheltered and fed him and provided him with a continual source of material for the creation of beautiful things. Let's examine how we have used our technological skills to make the forest a part of our own lives. The evergreens, or softwoods, supply almost all our lumber for construction. But it is the leaf-bearing trees, or hardwoods, which provide us with the woods of great beauty, used in fine furniture and interiors, as well as a surprising number of other products. In our world of mass-produced products and design, we look to nature for materials which are immune to imitation. Nothing from nature brings such lasting enjoyment as the world's great treasure of hardwood trees. Flowers fade, but the beauty of wood ages with increased mellowness and richness. The eye is pleased, the touch is comforted, and the mind, continually seeking the original and the individual, is satisfied by this material so uniquely fashioned by nature. Hardwood trees come from forests all over the world. Walnut from our Midwestern plains. Myrtle from the Pacific Northwest. Mahogany from tropical America and Africa. Teak from Burma. Satinwood from Ceylon and India. Lacewood from Australia. Zebra wood from Africa. And rosewood from the Amazon. The list is almost endless. Elm, maple, oak, pecan, birch, cherry, cativo, luan. In fact, there are more than 90,000 species of hardwoods in the world. There is an infinite variety of natural markings and figure patterns in fine hardwoods, from the elaborate to the very simple. But first, the log must be opened to determine whether it is suitable for fine veneer. Veneering is the method of achieving more beauty and greater utilization from hardwood trees. In this way, the log can produce greater surface quantities from our valuable woods. But first, an exciting moment of discovery. Will it be of high enough quality? However experienced and skilled, the men find the answer to their question only by opening the log and examining the color and grain of the wood. Logs that are rejected are later cut into lumber. In the final analysis, the beauty of the figure depends largely upon man's skill in anticipating the patterns produced by each log when cut by the various methods. A log may produce only unexciting patterns when cut in one way, while the same log, when turned a few inches and cut at a different angle, may develop a delicate, much prized figure. This piece comes from the trunk. Other figures are found in the stump, the burl, and the crotch. These variations in the physical structure of the tree are one reason that wood from the same species of tree can look so different. The other reason is the ingenuity of man in revealing these variations. So the cutting methods are very important. The most common is flat slicing, which produces a variegated cathedral pattern. The half log is mounted against the knife, which rapidly slices off layers that run parallel to the axis of the log. In the rotary lathe process, great sheets roll from the knife, like peeling an apple, and the pattern is a rippling effect. Half-round slicing results in a cut slightly across the annual growth rings of the tree to produce figure characteristics of both rotary and plain sliced veneer. In rift cutting, used primarily on oak, the quartered log is cut to create a comb-like effect. Man first discovered the art of veneering some 4,000 years ago. And although modern techniques have perfected the art to a degree never imagined before, the basic concept remains the same. The veneer is shipped from the mill to paneling manufacturers, furniture makers, and other users. The veneer slices are kept in their natural sequence, so that as they come from the log, each slice is almost an exact duplicate of the one next to it. Various techniques are used to achieve a wide range of handsome effects, made possible only by veneer construction. This man is book matching consecutive pieces of veneer for cabinet doors. He achieves this effect by turning alternate sheets, similar to opening the page of a book. A repeating pattern is created by slip matching one sheet of veneer to the right of the one beneath it. Of course, the grain and figures of the veneer depend upon the part of the tree from which they are cut, as well as the type of cut. To the designer of fine hardwood products, there is available an infinite number of species, figures, colors, and matching techniques, each one individual and striking, each one capturing the natural beauty of the forest, which defies imitation. This is called a diamond match for a tabletop. The veneers must now be given a permanence which will enable them to endure through the years. Man uses his technological ability in preserving what he has so skillfully taken from nature. Modern adhesives are the essence of modern plywood and are actually stronger than the wood itself. Veneers are bonded under extreme heat and pressure into plywood panels, which are actually sandwiches, consisting of an odd number of layers of veneer. so that the grain direction of each ply runs at 90 degrees to the grain of the adjacent ply, producing a panel with lasting strength, dimensional stability, and splitting resistance. Finally, the hardwood panels are cut to dimension and sanded. Finishing has two goals: to protect the wood and to enrich the natural wood colors. In the last few years, special coatings have been developed which protect against scratches, chemicals, and the heat of serving dishes and cigarettes, yet still provide the matchless beauty of genuine woods. For special purposes, hardwood plywood can take on an infinite number of shapes to suit man's wide range of needs. From the concert grand piano, sturdy yet capable of capturing and amplifying the subtlety of every tone and chord, to the sportsman's golf club, which can hit a ball over 100 miles an hour. This flexibility of use is only one of many attributes. Hardwood plywood has strength, stability, and durability. But most important, it captures perfectly the naturalness of the world's most beautiful woods. Hardwood veneers have been used in the great furniture over the ages. These pieces were made by craftsmen like Chippendale, Hepplewhite, Sheraton, who understood the extraordinary possibilities of veneering. Modern production methods have made it possible for everyone to afford hardwood veneered furniture, a luxury once only available to the very rich. Today, almost all of our fine wood furniture is made by the hardwood veneering process. Because many slices of veneer come from the same log, almost identical patterns can be matched within a whole grouping of furniture. And yet there is a subtle changing in the figure from one group to another, so that each is both original and individual. As designs of a new group of furniture develop, the ideas for matching the face veneer, inlaid borders, and other features are sketched and finally reproduced in veneer. The field of architecture and interior design is drawing more heavily upon fine hardwood plywood. The architects of the new Metropolitan Opera at Lincoln Center in New York City selected exotic Cavazinga wood paneling. All of the valuable properties of wood have been used here, from its beauty to its acoustical properties. The range of effects which are possible through a complete understanding of the textures, colors, grains, figures, and patterns of hardwood plywood is infinite. Wherever we choose to use fine hardwood, our motivation is usually the same: to make the natural world a greater part of our own life. Man has never been able to successfully imitate hardwood figure patterns, which are truly nature's masterpieces. Today, more than ever before, artisans and scientists have jointly succeeded in making one of man's most ancient materials one of his most modern. It offers the economy of many square feet of fine face veneer from one log, and therefore the ability to match grain patterns. It has strength and stability far surpassing that of lumber. It withstands temperature and humidity changes. It can be shaped. Even in this age of synthetics, hardwood plywood serve us in a way no other material can. Houses, furniture, yes, even boats from bow to stern are made from hardwood plywood. Not surprising considering the virtues of this versatile material. Man has indeed come a long way in his appreciation of wood, since the days when he first used it only for shelter and fuel. He has learned not only to surround himself with the beauty of the forest, but to shape it to serve his many needs, whatever they may be. As man ventures into the unknown regions of space, he knows that he can always return to the richness and comfort of his own natural world. Although the demand for hardwood is great, man has finally understood the need to conserve this resource, which is so vital a part of his life. Through careful management and programs of reforestation, we will always have an abundance of fine hardwoods here on Earth, whatever awaits us in the limitless world beyond.
be when you grow up? Oh, I don't know. Probably a butterfly like my old man.
I'll be a moth. My mother's a moth.
Are all of these things caterpillars? Are all you guys caterpillars? You betcha.
Will we all be butterflies? Some may be moths.
Moths? How do you know what you're going to be when you grow up? I guess we have to wait and see. We'll know after we've been cocoons. That's the next step. Cocoon? I'm just getting used to being a caterpillar. But we all have to be cocoons before we are butterflies.
Or moths.
That's how we grow, in stages. Is everyone here going through the same stages?
That's
you betcha.
Right.
Even the moths?
Even the moths. We've got this new guy at school. He's very quiet and doesn't say anything to anyone. We thought maybe he didn't talk at all until today.
Poseidon, what does it
Mr.
mean?
Mackey asked him a question, and he said the answer out loud. It was the wrong answer, and we all laughed.
Give him a chance. Maybe it is a nude lady.
Then Mr. Mackey gave us a lecture about being mean, and we have to be more understanding.
It's his interpretation, and maybe we'll find out that he isn't that wrong.
I looked at the new kid. He looked worse during the lecture than he did when we were all laughing. After school, I saw the new kid by himself with his name.
Nicole.
Say it louder.
Nicole.
Louder than that.
Nicole.
As loud as you can. Don't want to do that one?
Nicole.
Say it very quietly.
Nicole.
Say it the way a lion would say it. How would a lion say her name? What is her name, everyone?
Nicole!
Very good. All right, let's have somebody else. If you would like to play, put your finger on your ear and I might pick you. Isha, would you like to play? Could you stand up on your knees, please? What is your name, little boy, little boy? What is your name, little boy? Is it Nelson, or Tony, or Sean, or Aaron? Is it Anwar, or Michael? What is your name, little boy? What is your name?
Isha.
Say it louder.
Isha.
Louder than that.
Isha.
As loud as you can.
Isha.
Say it very quietly.
Isha.
Say it the way a mouse would say it.
Isha.
Who can say his name the way a mouse would say it? Let's hear you. Let's hear it.
Isha.
What is his name, everyone?
Isha.
Good. Thank you, Isha. Now it's time for everybody to play the game. I'm going to ask, what is your name? And when there's a space, I want to hear all of you say your names. And I'll say my name, too. What is your name, everyone, everyone? What is your name, everyone? Is it Noel, or Tanya, or Rachel, or Louis? Is it Brian, or Stephen? What is your name, everyone? What is your name? Sandy. Say it louder. Sandy, louder than that. As loud as you can. Say it very quietly. Say it the way a lamb would say it. Good. What is your name, everyone? I think I know you all now. That was very, very good. Okay.
Hey, little bird, sitting in a tree. Let's have lunch together, you and me. How about a pizza? That's what I said. No, said the bird, let's go hunting worms instead. Worms, yuck, I said to the bird. let's have lunch together, you and me. You bring your lunch, I'll bring mine, and together we'll have a happy la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. You bring your lunch, I'll bring mine, and together we'll have a happy time. It's so nice to have a cuddle with a person that you love. Feels so good to have a snuggle with a person that you love. When I'm happy or in trouble, I run fast right on the double, just to sit and have a cuddle with a person that I love. I got this feeling that I'm going to become a cocoon soon. Me too. Maybe we should look for a place to attach. Coming with us? I'm too young to be a cocoon. There are things I've got to do, games I've got to play. Let's play statues. Let's play a statue game. No one moves the same. You can run or jump or hop. When I say statue, you stop. You have to stand very still. Don't move now and maybe you never will. But now there's an itch on your head. Scratch it, that's what I said. Let's play a statue game. No one moves the same. You can run or jump or hop. When I say statue, you stop. You have to stand very, very still. Don't move now and maybe you never will. But now there's an itch on your nose. Scratch it before it grows. Let's play a statue game. No one moves the same. You can run or jump or hop. When I say statue, you stop. You have to stand very still. Don't move now and maybe you never will. But now there's an itch on your finger. Scratch it, don't let it linger.
Let's play a statue game. No one move the same. You can run or jump or hop, but when I say statue, you stop. You have to stand very, very still. Don't move now and maybe you never will. But now there's an itch on your knees. Scratch them, oh won't you please?
Let's play a statue game. No one moves the same. You can run or jump or hop. When I say statue, you stop. You have to stand very still. Don't move now and maybe you never will. But now there's an itch all over you.
Scratch it, take your time, 'cause this game is through. La 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 la, loving all the world's children. All the world's children need love. La 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 la.